Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, the Everyday Non-Expert here, and today I'm going to be covering New Comic Book Day for Wednesday, April 21st, 2021. I'm going to be talking some comic spec, I'm going to be talking my favorite reads, and I'm going to be talking some books I'm buying purely because of the awesome, amazing covers. Without further ado, let's get started. Starting off the list at number 10 is Women of Marvel, number 1. This is the Wolf variant, Maria Wolf. And here's the Peach Momoko variant. I am mostly getting it because it is a number 1 and they're concentrating mostly on the women, and I know that's sort of what they're trying to do in movies and TV shows, so they may take some stuff from this and incorporate it into there. And as we know, when things show up in movies or Disney Plus, specifically TV shows, that's what causes these to spike. So this is a purely spec buy, and I'm only getting these two covers. Number 9, from IDW, Godzilla, Monsters and Protectors, Rise Up, Part 1. This is cover B, the photo cover. This is also a purely spec, but the previous ones were more for if they cherry pick the story to be optioned. This one is a pure cover buy. There's a whole niche. I don't know if you guys have seen Comic Book Men on AMC. Kevin James, I think it was Jane Silent Bob Silent Stash or something like that. And Walt was really into these monsters. So, and from watching some of the episodes, there's a niche, hardcore fan base for these old school monsters. And we kind of saw that with Godzilla vs. King Kong just came out and had really good numbers at the box office. So I am specking on, again, IDW's Godzilla, Monsters and Protectors number 1, but only the cover B, the photo variant. And this is just a cover spec buy. In the number 8 spot is Kojukaro, the Skinner number 1, and this is cover A and cover B. I'm mostly picking this up because it is a Mike Mignola book, and it sounds interesting. Again, it's about Eastern European witches had some type of beast or something that would kill them. I honestly don't know. That's what makes it seem even better. And it's Mike Mignola. So, and I haven't had a Dark Horse book in a while, to be honest. I was just thinking the other day how it's probably the weakest of all of the top, like 5 or even 6 publishing companies right now. They just have been putting out garbage after garbage after garbage. So that's my take on Kojukaro, the Skinner number 1. Number 7 is Alien number 2 from Marvel Comics. I was pleasantly surprised with issue 1. The issues felt grounded and realistic, and the end of the first book had a pretty good, it wasn't so much a twist or a turn, or even really a cliffhanger. It just ended in such a way where you wanted to see where it was going, and not so much that you had to see what immediately happened next, or you're wondering, oh, did someone die, or did something immediate happen. The story just ended in a way that you're like, oh, this is interesting, I want to see how it keeps going, keeps unfolding. And cover A is the In Hyuk Lee, and then we have the Stephanie Hahn's variant. Number 6 on my list belongs to Haha number 4 from Image Comics. For really no other reason than it's just really solid, which is why it's number 6. But there's nothing super spectacular about it because it's not a serialized story. Each story is self-containing, so you never know if it's really going to be a great one or not so great one. And the covers aren't fantastic this week, so nothing. My anticipation isn't that great, and the covers aren't blowing me away. So I think 6 is a great spot for this one. And cover A by Patrick Horvath. He actually does the interior art. Just shows sort of a cartoonish version of it and Ronald McDonald combined. And then cover B is Michael Shea. This one looks sort of like an homage to, I want to say it's something that has to do with Ronin. First Hawkeye is Ronin. I know the angle's a little bit different. It's not top to bottom. I'm pretty sure it's like top right to bottom left. And then this guy looks more like it. However, Pennywise. However, it's kind of, I wonder what's going on because the cover A and the cover B, the clown is in the exact same position. So that'll be interesting. And the solicitation says, a wise clown once said that everything floats, and he was right. Well, that's Pennywise. So I'm wondering how related to it this is going to be, or if it has nothing to do with it. I guess we will find out this Wednesday. And number 5 is a pure cover spec buy. This is Power Rangers Unlimited number 1, Heir to Darkness. And I also wanted to say, make sure you just buy what you like. Don't just listen to me. This is my top 10. I am not giving you guys advice on even what I think will go on the secondary market. It's mostly just if there's a pattern I've seen, and this covers what made me want to think about it. The Ranger Slayer one like this consistently gets between $15 to $45 on eBay. So this looks very similar to it, and I could see her being as big of a character. So that's what I am basing what I am going to do off of. But I am not recommending that you do anything at all in any of these videos. This is purely for entertainment purposes and to explain my own personal thought process. So, that being said, this one could end up being, I don't know. I like that Godzilla cover for Spec, for that niche. And then I like the Women of Marvel simply because I can see some of anything happening in that storyline going to a movie or TV show. And then this design variant, if it is $3.99 cover price, usually the design variants end up being more. I'm sorry, it's $7.99. I forgot this is a bigger book. So, had I known, I was just really excited to read number 1, and I probably should have skipped it and just bought the second print. I'm not sure if I knew that the second print was going to be coming out at the time. I wonder if the FOC was after that Wednesday, and I wouldn't have known. So, yeah, number 5, right smack dab in the middle, is Power Rangers number 1, Unlimited number 1, the second print by Dan Mora. And batting cleanup in the number 4 spot is Radiant Black, number 3. I like this because Nathan is really relatable. Um, he gets judged in the way that a lot of people sort of. He might be a little younger than me by about 5 years or so, but it's the same general generation. Um, I mean, we have parents who did what they needed to do, and then they generally had us younger, so we were able to chase our dreams more. But then in this world, the finances don't always line up. So he had to move back home, but not all of us get a random chance of being a superhero. So it's kind of cool that his identity, Clark Kent for Superman, Bruce Wayne for Batman, those are sort of fake personas. It's not who they are as people. Superman and Batman are their real personas. The other ones are just their alter egos. But Nathan, his quote alter ego is who he is as a person. And then he just happens to be a superhero. So I think that's super awesome. Kind of like Peter Parker. That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, so here's cover A. And I think I actually spec'd pretty hard on cover B. There's just something about it. It's simple, but somewhat modern, and I just think that it could get some traction on the secondary market, but covers really haven't lately, and especially cover Bs. So I guess we shall see. Alright, we're in the top 3, and here we have Way of X, number 1, maybe Way of 10, who knows, after Hoxpox, that's what I call it. We have Nightcrawler on the cover. Beautiful cover. And I love how it has sort of the stained glass you would get in the church or monastery, because that's where Nightcrawler was found, was in a monastery. So we have sort of the future of what the X-Men is going to be. And so this is not only a key as in it's a number 1, but it looks like it may be a whole new version of the X-Men, or a whole new world, universe, however you want to put it. So there could be some keys in here, but it's number 3 because it's an X-Men book. They're my favorite, and I really want it to be good. So hopefully it's good. I'll let you know if it's good. Please let it be good. And number 2 is actually the one that probably has to do the most with reading, other than number 1. But number 1 has a tinge of Spec to it because of a Power Rangers universe that's being made. However, there's nothing about this. There's nothing in the works. There's no cover spec on this. This is purely because I like the story. Vietnam Horror number 2 by Behemoth Comics. The first one was in black and white, and it was awesome. And the cover for number 2 makes it look like it's gonna really be a wild ride. And the number 1 spot goes to Power Rangers number 6 from Boom Studios. This series has been nothing except spectacular, and the way they ended the last one, Mighty Morphin number 6, was really good, and I can't wait to see how Power Rangers number 6 turns out. Sorry, I was thinking about the story, with how Astronema said that the Power Rangers killed her family. They had her whole backstory in a one-shot that I read. That was the book that I had previously on my list. I think it was 5. The Heir to Darkness one. And I was kind of disappointed and let down with that story, to be perfectly honest with you. I liked getting her background, but I really wanted to know what happened to her family because of the Power Rangers. But they didn't give that to us. So hopefully we'll get some more this week. Here is cover A by Matteo Scalera. And cover B. And that will do it for me for this week. That is my top 10. What did you guys think of my top 10? Feel free to comment in the comment section down below. That would really help towards the Google algorithm putting my video in front of other people so that they may see this and help my channel grow. And if you did enjoy this video, please click that thumbs up and give me a like. And you can also subscribe to the channel to see these videos right when they come out. I have an awesome FOC video that I will put in the end card. You probably are seeing it about right now. And after you subscribe, switch the notifications to all. And thanks again for stopping by. Have a great day.